Hey knitters, it's Monday once again and I'm back to normal. So I just wanted to start off by thanking you guys for the best week of the 5 Awesome Knitters ever last week. You guys were so hilarious and I loved watching all of your videos, and you also introduced me to some YouTubers that I hadn't had the pleasure of watching before, such as Shane Dawson and Community Channel. So thank you for that, it was super. And I also wanted to thank Maira for twittering my video to Tyler Oakley and having him watch it, because that was pretty much the best thing that has ever happened to me. I went through like a couple of stages of coping, like, you know how there's the stages of like denial and whatever. I went through like the Jenny stages of coping, which kind of went something like this. Stage 1. Stage number 2. Oh my gosh. 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 Stage 3. Tyler Oakley commented on my video. I must be awesome, except this video sucked, so I don't know why he did, but oh my gosh. Stage 4. Mom, guess what? Tyler Oakley commented on my video. No, you don't have to know who that is. Oh my god, guess who just commented on my video? Tyler Oakley. No, you don't have to know who that is. Oh my gosh, Grandma, guess who just commented on my video? Tyler Oakley. No, you don't have to know who that is. Oh my gosh. Tyler Oakley commented on my video. I just died. Yeah, so thank you again. I was like, I didn't really want him to watch it because I felt like that was like the crappiest video I had ever made, and it didn't do a very good job of impersonating him, and I wanted to refilm that video, but I didn't have time. It was really upsetting. But thank you. That was like the coolest thing that has ever happened to me, and I was really excited. So I think Kayla is done with her finals week, and I don't know about, and Michael is, because Michael's back here. But I still have finals to go through, and I'm freaking out. But one time, my friend Bethany gave me some very wise words of advice from someone that we all know and love. I'd always heard Hogwarts exams were frightful, but I found them rather enjoyable. Quote, Hermione Granger. So I'm just trying to think like Hermione. So if you're like me, and you're freaking out because it's finals week, think like Hermione, and like write that quote all over your stuff, because that's what I plan on doing. Or like printing out 1,000,000 copies of it, because I'm having a hard time thinking positively about this finals week. As you may have noticed, I got some sweet buttons for my neck warmer, which is like all pretty now and complete and happy. And actually they keep, I think they're a little small because they had bigger ones that were exactly like this, but I picked the small ones because they were cheaper, but they're really pretty. You can't really tell in this light, they look kind of ugly, but I'll have pictures on my Ravelry for sure, where you can see them in better detail, and now you can't see my face. And so they're a little small, so they kind of keep popping out, and that'll probably be in the bloopers. It just popped out when I was talking a minute ago, and I freaked out. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it came out. I just have to like keep attaching them, which is kind of annoying, but I'm cheap, what can I say? Also, when I was at Joann's buying these buttons, they had sock yarn on sale, so I bought 2 skeins of sock yarn, and I don't really need to be spending any money, but it was like 2 skeins for $8, and like, how can you resist that? I couldn't. I gave in, but I guess that's how it goes. Also, if you followed me on Twitter, you might have noticed that I was kind of freaking out about crocheting a hat this past week. Basically, I found this hat that I want to knit for my friend for Christmas, which I'm not going to really talk about because she might watch this and that would be bad because it would spoil everything. But you can check it out on my Ravelry. You'll probably be able to figure out which one it is. But the pattern for this hat, I was crocheting along, and I was like, I'm so happy. Crocheting isn't that bad. I'm not this bad at crocheting. And then I finished it, and it was like this big around. Like, it does not fit any human head. And I kind of talked about this last week in my video, but I was throwing out a lot of hey girl whatever, you know, because I was Tyler Oakley. So it didn't probably make much sense. So then I ripped out some rows, and I made it smaller, and it was still like freaking huge. And then I ripped out some more rows, and then it wasn't like the way a head is shaped. I don't even know like what happened. I was just so frustrated. I started this thing over like 30 times, and I sounded like I was about to cry there, but I wasn't. I was just hiccuping. And then I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to put the general concept on another pattern for a different hat because it's freaking me out. And so I got one of my crochet books out, and I took a hat pattern from there. It's just a beanie. It's not like anything complicated. And so I did it from there, and then it finally worked. And so that was good, but me and crocheting just don't get along. Like, I can crochet, like, animals. Like, there's an owl right there. Ooh, wait. I crocheted that owl. Like, I can do that, but I could not get this hat to work. But I finally got it to work, and it's almost done, and I'm really excited. And there's nothing like waiting until the last minute to knit and crochet Christmas presents, because then you freak out about stupid stuff like that. So learn from my mistake, children, because it's not good to wait until 2 weeks before Christmas to knit stuff for people. So this week's theme, at first I was thinking that it was just going to be whine about finals, but I don't want to whine about finals, and Ira suggested on the Ning that we do book review week. So we're going to do book review week, yay nerds! So basically what I want you to do is review the latest book that you have finished reading all the way through, like, not that you're reading it right now, but that you've already read it. And I know Michael doesn't really read, but figure out something and start reading more. Gosh. I'm going to review this lovely book called Nerds by David Anderegg. I bet you can guess why I took it out of the library, because it was called Nerds. The full title is actually Nerds, Who They Are and Why We Need More of Them. And it's kind of like a psychological, social analyzation of the nerd geek stereotype in America. And it's not really talking about like nerd fighters, like people who are proud to be nerds. It's kind of talking about like middle school, when everyone wants to be cool, and how if you get called a nerd in middle school, that's like totally not what you want to be called. And so you think that being in math and science is uncool as well. And then every like American kid gets behind in math and science. Not every American kid, but you get what I mean. And so that's why America is so behind other countries, is because of the nerd stereotype. It was really interesting to read, and I definitely recommend that any nerd fighter check it out, because it's totally interesting. And when I was reading this, I just kept thinking about nerd fighters, because, you know, I'm a nerd fighter. And I just love that nerd fighters are taking this negative stereotype of nerd and making it something cool and like something to be proud of, and something that's like good. You're doing good things for the community and for the world and for the country, and so it was just really interesting to read, and I would recommend it to each and every one of you. Title and author will be in the sidebar. So thank you for bearing with me through what is probably going to end up being a very long video. I hope that everyone has a great week, and that everyone gets home safely if they're going home from college or they're doing finals. You know, whatever you're doing, just have a good week. Bye, I hurt you guys.